Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube Channel. Good morning. Hope you are all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or on the internet. In the last episode of Know Your Mind segment, we, in analyzing Eric Berne's model of human psyche, elaborated on the child ego state. In this episode, we take up for our consideration the third ego state, namely the adult ego state in detail. Adult ego state is the state of being in which a child develops the capacity to perceive, analyze, and understand situations and attains the ability to differentiate them from what is observed and stored in the parent ego state and what is felt and stored in the child ego state. Normally, adult ego state begins developing when the child is about 10 months old. Adult ego state contains a set of feelings, attitudes, and associated behaviors that are in direct response to the here and now reality and situation. Responses of the adult ego state are not based on the past, but they operate in the present and rationally processed. For instance, you may have learned from your parents that you should always use the term thee when you are respectfully addressing someone. However, today you choose to greet a person with the term you. Therefore, what you are thinking and feeling in the adult ego state is based on dates, numbers, and facts. And you perform actions fitting for your competencies in the present without any unconscious interference or contamination. In the adult ego state, you think logically, respond appropriately, and display logical and consistent behavior. Hence, in the adult ego state, you are attentive to the present, display behaviors that are directly related to your present situation, choose your responses without undue influence from outside, evaluate the pros and cons, gather data, ask questions, clarify, reason logically, and take responsibility. Thus, when you are acting from adult ego state, you will look for solutions in the most effective and rational manner without being too emotional about the given situation, approach life situations in a straightforward manner, engage in conversations without being judgmental, and know how to use logic and reasoning in coping with conflict situations. You question all sides of the situation and see the situation from different angles. That is, you analyze the what, why, where, when, and how of a given situation and know how to differentiate what you see from what opinions others hold. In short, adult ego state is about you being you without external influences from your parent and child ego states. Thus, when you are in adult ego state, you are more open to discussion, more curious about knowing why people think and feel the way they do, ready to give yourself more time for sifting through data and information, more respectful of others' opinions and perspectives, manifest a willingness to collaborate with others, prepared to accommodate in dealing with others, and enjoy closer and healthier relationships. Hence, you employ your adult ego state to make decisions that will affect you and others in your everyday living, to solve problems in your working environment, to process and utilize data that are available to you from all the three ego states, and arrive at a desired resolution to the given situation. Another important function of the adult ego state is to validate the positive and helpful data stored in your parent ego state. For instance, the statement, "I see that Susie's house was burned down as kids were playing with fire. Mom was right. I should not play with matches." This statement, expressed by the adult ego state, validates and affirms the parental instruction, "Don't play with matches." Unlike the parent ego state and child ego state, there is no functional division when it comes to the adult ego state, because parent ego state and child ego state tend to be driven by the past experiences and conditioning, whereas the adult ego state considers the here and now situation. However, under excessive stress, your adult ego state might get impaired and fail to function normally. Besides, the boundaries between the three ego states are thin and fragile. Hence, in the event of a bad news, the adult ego state might get so overwhelmed that it quits being a problem solver and becomes an onlooker. For this reason, some transactional analysts speak of the adult ego state being subdivided into positive adult ego state and negative adult ego state. Positive adult ego state is a state of being in which you respond to a rational content rationally and to an emotional content emotionally, that is, responding to any given situation with a proper adult behavior. Negative adult ego state is a state of being in which you respond over-rationally to an emotional content or over-emotionally to a rational content. In this case, your adult ego state behavior would amount to a parent ego state behavior or a child ego state behavior, rather than a positive adult ego state behavior. Like the muscle in the body, your adult ego state grows and develops through training and use. And your adult function develops best through introspection and working on yourself. To know if you are functioning with a positive adult ego state, think of a situation you handled without prejudices or baggage from the past. That is, a decision you made logically and with an open mind. This is an example of you using a positive adult ego state behavior and acting with your positive adult function. Your behavior at this situation would be different from how your parent within you would have responded in a similar situation, and also would be different from how the child in you would have reacted to the situation. As a general rule, we can say that decisions taken with positive adult ego state are usually beneficial in problem solving. For example, when somebody is angry with you, instead of teaching them a lesson, which is the response of the parent ego state, or crying, which is the response of the child ego state, you ask the person what he needs from you, which is the response of the positive adult ego state. In the next episode, we will speak about how we can manifest positive ego states in our behavior. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.